University of Missouri Healthcare knows you've got better places to be than in a hospital. That's where our world-class technology and highly skilled medical team come in. We get you home sooner. That's important to you and those who wait for you.
Rufus, guess who's home?
Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on this Thursday, October the 6th. We've got an anniversary to celebrate. How about a 100th anniversary? I turn first of all to MARA BURGHARD. Welcome to Radio Friends, MARA.
Thank you very much.
And you're here to tell us about the 100th anniversary of the Christian Science Church here in Columbia.
Right.
Right?
Correct.
But when are you celebrating this?
Well, we're celebrating on October 9th, and it's a Sunday afternoon. And we
So
have
it's this
a
coming
great-
Sunday.
Yes.
So your church has been in Columbia, Central Missouri for 100 years.
Right, right. Young Christian Science pioneers started it in the late 1800s, but the first organized society was in 1911. So.
Yeah. So what will be going on for the celebration?
Well, on Sunday, of course, we're doing things all throughout the year and reaching out to our community, but on that Sunday, we're going to have a nice concert, and we have several people in the community who are going to join us. The Hickman a cappella singers are coming.
Oh, Hickman.
Jessie Iverson, who you've had on, is a wonderful local singer.
Uh-huh.
She'll be there, and a couple of dancers and our own kids, of course, from our Sunday school, and our organist is fabulous and our own soloist, so it's just going to be a fabulous
Now,
concert.
will this be at the church?
Yes, it will. 800 West Broadway.
And everybody in the community is invited?
Right, and there'll be an open house and a reception afterwards with refreshments and things, so we hope to visit with everyone.
Yeah. So during your open house, will people have the opportunity to ask questions? Because a lot of people don't understand what the Christian Science Church is.
Sure, yes, of course. So lots of us will be there to answer questions. We're going to have several videos up. One of the interesting ones people might like is Val Kilmer, the actor, is a Christian Scientist, and he has an interest in Mark Twain, who had an ongoing interest in Mary Baker Eddy, who founded Christian Science, and he has an interesting video on where he talks about her, and we're going to have that one playing, and some early scenes from the early 1900s, and some neat historical pictures about Columbia. So it should be, we have a lot of neat displays that are going to be up.
What do you think the biggest misconception people have about the Christian Science religion or church?
Well, a lot of people, I guess, get it confused, one with Scientology. They think it may be the same thing, and they're very different. I mean, for one, Christian Science was founded by a woman, Mary Baker Eddy. Scientology was founded by a gentleman, and they are a completely different religion, so that's one. I think a lot of people hear about Christian Science being interested in healing, and that's a very important part of our religion, but I don't think it defines us quite as much as people think. I think a lot of people believe in prayerful healing, and that it's important to know that Christian Scientists have an open view to do whatever they want for their health care, and so that's maybe one of the biggest misconceptions.
All right. So if you want to find out more, the open house and your 100th anniversary here in Columbia, it'll be this Sunday, where? 800
West Broadway, the Christian Science Church, and it's going to be at 2 o'clock.
Okay. MARA, thank you so very much for coming by and tell your husband Dwayne and your daughter, who starred in how many movies?
Just one so far.
One movie, and started her own business. And how old is she?
She's 13 now.
She's 13. She's got her own business going.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much for coming by.
Thank you.
All right. Now, I turn to my other friend, DIANA MOXON, Columbia Art League. Pleasure to have you here.
Hello, Paul. Well, we're not celebrating a 100th anniversary, but it is the 52nd anniversary of the Boone County Art Show.
Oh, you got 48 more years to go to catch up with them. So this is the 52nd anniversary.
Yeah, it was started in 1959 when the president of Boone County National Bank came outside, and there were all these artists out on the sidewalk in front of the bank, and it was raining. And he said, "Why don't you bring your art inside and we'll do the art show inside the bank?" And that was how the
That's how it started?
Yeah. in 1959. So, and every year since then,
So
they've invited
there
us
were
in.
artists. Were they always congregating in front of the bank at that time of the year?
I guess so. I guess it was an art show. We used to be on the sidewalk on Broadway, and it rained, and so he said, "Come on inside." And then every year since then, we've turned the ground floor of Boone County National Bank on the corner of 8th and Broadway into a big art gallery for the weekends. And so that's this weekend. It opens tomorrow night on Friday night with a sneak preview. That's a ticketed event, a little fundraiser that the bank hosts for the Art League, and then it's free and open to the public on Saturday and Sunday. So we have hundreds of people that come down.
But now they're still open for business on Saturday, right?
And Saturday morning, regular
Saturday
bank,
morning.
Yeah. You'll walk past the art to get to the tellers, but when all the art is there.
So it's like you're walking into an art museum to deposit your money or take out your money.
And of course, it is part of Outrageous Weekend. So there's lots of other art events going on downtown this weekend. Besides the Boone County Art Show, you've got Visions Photography Show over across the road at Landmark Bank and a host of other events going on.
But yours is kind of like the anchor of downtown.
It probably is the granddaddy event within all of those events. It's the oldest one for sure.
So how many different pieces of artwork are going to be on display?
You know, we usually have around 300. All told, and
really?
they all arrive. What's amazing is that artists have to bring the work to the bank tomorrow evening between 6 and 7. So they line up down the street, and in an hour, 300 works of art come into the bank, and we hang it all in about an hour and a half.
So do the artists themselves have any say as to where their work is going to be displayed?
Not really, but they're within categories. So we have professional painting, professional drawing, we have non-professional painting, non-professional drawing, we have sculpture and ceramics, and they're in different areas around the bank. So depending on what you put on your entry form will depend on where you go within the bank.
And are these items for sale or only to look at?
Mostly, Paul, they are for sale.
Oh, they are for sale. So if you go in there, it's really rather convenient. You can take your money from the bank and buy the artwork.
And then go back and get another one. But yeah, we sell a lot of work. It's a great weekend. There are some artists that will only do one work a year just for this show. So it's a great opportunity to buy a piece of art that you'll not see from that artist for the rest of the year. It's always amazing.
So it is one of a kind.
It really is.
And every one of those pieces of artwork will be for sale.
They don't have to be, but I would say 95, 98%
Is it too late to have your work entered now?
It is. Oh. Yes, last Saturday was
I was
going to
go home and dash something out and bring it down.
Plenty of time for 2012, though. So.
Okay, so how far in advance do you have to register for this?
Only a week. Just last Saturday was the deadline.
Oh.
So it's only a week out, and then we get everything together, and the work comes in that following Friday.
So if I'd have gotten something together by next Saturday.
Exactly.
Have you ever turned anybody down and said, no, this really isn't...
No, everything is welcome. And you have to live in Boone County or be a member of the Columbia Art League. So they are all Boone County artists. It's amazing.
All right. For more information, what do?
They can give me a ring.
Ring you up.
Ring me up on 443-8838.
Okay.
They can go to our website, columbiaartleague.org. And they can also visit the outrageousfridays.com website to see a whole listing of everything that's coming up over this weekend.
Or they can just come down Friday night is...
Friday is ticketed event. If they want it, you can still sign up for that. It's $25 for a sneak preview.
Okay. Saturday and Sunday are free.
Saturday 9 till 5 and Sunday 11 till 4, all
Diana
free.
Moxon, thank you so much for coming
Paul.
by Columbia Art League. Tomorrow, singer-songwriter Larry Brown is with us. Our show directed by Travis McMillen, Reynolds Journalism Institute, audio Pat Akers. Normally, today Kyle Fellings is filling in. Floor director is Austin Fact, and our assistant producer and guest coordinator, Uncle James Mauser. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.